As you all know, this channel has quite literally been built on the downright primal love for a character named Alpha from Punishing Gray Raven, a non-pseudo-sexual carnal desire to have her recognize the Odachi in my fucking pants. When I discovered Crimson Abyss upon first playing Punishing Gray Raven, I was absolutely elated. Then, upon seeing Crimson Weave, it was more than my wig that was fucking snatched, it was my entire fucking brain. This bitch made me downright retarded. But upon discovering that Alpha would be getting another frame down the line in the future, my soul left my fucking body, and I ascended to the heavens where my mother met me there, scolding me about being a dumb fuck on the internet. Upon her smacking me back down to earth, I lie there bleeding to death in the snow, still overcome with the euphoria that Alpha was getting another frame. But as I checked my phone and saw the news, those rose-tinted glasses shattered, and my hope, no, my hype, was beaten to shit by a man named Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's the one that shattered the glass, by the way. Limited characters coming to Punishing Gray Raven. Say it ain't so. But anyways, there's more to it than just limited characters, and I wanted to take the time to talk to you guys about it, instead of making you sit through that near 20-minute long video where I spout lobotomized drivel, pretty much destroying my audience's frontal lobe. I'll cover it briefly here, then talk about Alpha. Punishing Gray Raven has been with me for a long time, and has a myriad of things that I like and dislike. Easily accessible characters had been one of those things that I liked. But with this new Phyla-Tree update coming alongside the 6th anniversary, it's going to be more difficult to get these characters, weapons, and cubs. Let me break it down real quick for the real ones in the back who don't care for seeking context themselves and only want context through niche YouTubers found on the lonely corners of this website. That niche YouTuber being me. The Phyla-Tree banner isn't a banner where all characters who have come out will now be on a limited rotation. No, the characters that appear on the event-themed research will stay on the event-themed research banners. Those characters are easier to obtain as well as being more around more often, with their weapons and cubs always being available for you to pull. But the Phyla-Tree characters works a little bit differently. Great, now we have constructs coming into the game wanting to act all different and shit. Phyla-Tree characters are limited time characters who will only appear for a fixed time, before disappearing for an unknown amount of time. If that wasn't bad enough, their weapons and cubs are also going to be unavailable. None of them will be permanently available like the original themed characters. And another difference between them, you can't get them from the Phantom Pain cage either. Once they're gone, they're gone. Now, something that I do not know is if you already have the character, if they'll be unlocked in the Phantom Pain cage shop, but if not, you're going to have to deal with the fact that if you only pulled one copy of them and they left, you're going to have to wait an unknown amount of time. Hopefully the Phyla-Tree will end up being like the limited event banner, where it'll stay there but it'll be on a character rotation. I don't know, I'm just trying to cope here. But anyways, there's a few problems that some people aren't seeing here. Having none of the characters be truly limited while having them accessible in a myriad of other ways aside for waiting for a banner rerun makes the ease of playing a character collection game all the better. Commandants were able to hoard and stockpile currency, never worrying about whether they can or cannot get a character. This is objectively better than having them limited. Punishing Gray Raven is a game where it's multi-team reliant. You can't just smack together one or two teams and beat the game. You needed multiple characters and a variety of elements in order to tackle the weekly content, like Warzone for the sake of the example. With how easy it was to get characters and weapons on top of cubs, and no niche over-optimized builds, meaning once you got a character, you only had to worry about building them in one way. Playing the game and earning currency and overall having fun with a myriad of characters was what made Punishing Gray Raven special. But the Phyla-Tree update has the potential to take that away. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'll hold your hand when I say this. You are objectively wrong if you believe that limiting characters, cubs, and weapons all at once on rotational rerun banners where they are not available anymore otherwise is better than our current system with permanent access to their cubs and weapons. Well, I don't believe there's any way to save you. I'm gonna be completely honest here. There are people so obsessed with gacha they actually like the idea of further other limiting characters. Some people even support this change. I, for one, do not. I think it's fucking retarded. Now, as you all know, I love Alpha, and I want her new frame extremely bad, to the point I'm willing to perform questionable acts that would put me on a government watch list. With that being said, I was going to spend an obscene amount of money to max her out, but now I'm not so sure. Maybe Kuro Games needs more money. Maybe they need to do things like this. But there's a part of me where it just doesn't feel right to support this new banner system. But maybe we just don't fully understand it yet, even if it does seem a little clear-cut and dry right now. Let me actually get into some of the theories I do have about why they might be doing this. The money obtained from Wuthering Waves doesn't just magically make PGR better. A lot of the earnings from Wuthering Waves goes into its cringe radioactive advertisements and optimizing the game. With all of the details and other engine and graphical updates they've done, it's understandable maybe 10% of that money goes to PGR. Let's not forget, Kuro Games had given us a Capcom crossover with Devil May Cry 5, coming equipped with discounted pulls, giving us the characters for free, and actually making an incredibly charming story, with plenty of Easter eggs and fan service. Kuro Games gives us a lot of shit for free, and I think my theory I made over a year ago is coming true. I think Kuro Games' generosity is finally biting them in the ass, and they need to make this phyllotree change to help support the big vision they have for PGR. They plan on adding new modes to the game, crazier characters, more detailed level designs, and honestly, I think a PGR x Wuthering Waves crossover may be on the horizon. Kuro Games has been good to us, but they're still a company and they still need to make money. Without any money, we can't exactly play their game, because the game would fucking EOS. But I'm gonna be honest, I think there could have been other ways to do this, but limiting characters, that just wasn't it. These new 6-star characters are probably gonna be some of the most busted characters we've ever seen, incentivizing people to pull them and use money to guarantee no FOMO. A sad day for PGR players. I still will end up pulling the new Alpha, but I won't feel as good as I originally would doing it. But as you all know, no matter what happens, Alpha comes first for me, and I'll be damned if I miss out on Triple S Plusing her. But then again, my pride as a gamer, my pride as a consumer might win me over. But tell me if this new upcoming update sours what it is that you're looking forward to in the 6th anniversary. What changes would you personally make, and what's all of your honest thoughts on what we've seen from the 6th anniversary? Maybe it's not that bad, maybe we're all doom posting, or maybe, just maybe, this may be the end of our universe as we know it. Well, I don't know if Kuro Games' decision making has that kind of impact, but you never know, the universe might end up blowing up or going through some form of heat death, but it is what it is. Anyways, I want you all to take care, and peace.